Hi everyone, welcome to Timeout Tuesday, 14th of October, and it's good to have you with me today. Um, Today we're going to look at something in the catalogue that very easy to slip over some of these because they're just tucked away somewhere. So I've been playing with this set all week, and one of my friends, Morel, had been playing with this, and I thought, oh, I really like what she's done. So I decided I would buy it. So this is what I've done. I've actually teamed it up with a couple of other things, so I'll show you as I go along. Okay, I'm doing this all by myself today, so I hope it works. Okay, let's go to this. So this is the catalog page, and it's page 50. And you can see if I hold it straight on, it sort of gets a bit fuzzy, but if I hold it like that, this is branching out. It's got two branches. This one's quite long, actually, and lots of little sentiments like thinking of you brings joy to my heart and so on. It also has some dies, and I like these nesting dies, and it's also got some die cutouts, branches that you can use, and I'm going to do that today. Now, when a new catalog comes out, we do something in our team called shares, which means that we get a little bit of everything that's in the catalog, and it gives you something to try out. And then, so I'm going to show you. This is the other one I'm using today. It's called Autumn Twirl, and it's interesting because when I first looked at it, I thought, oh, I don't know, because autumn isn't like it is in the Northern Hemisphere here. So I thought, I don't know if I could use this, but I got some of the sheets, and I'll just show you these. I got the DSP, and I thought, oh, that's pretty. What can I use it for? So I'm going to show you how I married this one with branching out today. So let's get started. Okay. Our first card today is cased from the catalogue on page 42. In just case you page 42. I'm going to case this one. Be slightly different, but it's basically cased on that. I'm hoping my voice holds out because every time I've tried to talk today, it hasn't. Okay, so this is a card that we're going to make. Isn't it pretty? This paper is really lovely, actually. Make a great mail birthday card. And you can see it says hello on this one. And I'm going to let you go through this. I might need a drink in a minute or two and show you how I did this one. So this is one of the DSPs that I had. That's what it looks like on that side, and that's what it looks on that side. Now, as you can see, I used a 6x6 on this one, but when I went to do a second one, I discovered that I didn't have enough of this this color. So I went reading again, and I found this, and I think this one is from, can I remember which set it's from? Oh gosh, I can't remember what set it's from. But that's the other side. Pardon me for getting a drink. Try and keep my voice a little bit. So first thing I'm going to do is put this on. I've got a very vanilla card base, and I'm going to place this on it. So let me get my stamp and seal, and I'm going to turn this over because I want to do this side first. There we go. And I'm placing that on the very vanilla because I thought the very vanilla just sets this paper off. It's just in the same tones, and it's so pretty. Okay, Now, I cut 2 of these. I think from memory they were 5 centimeters wide, and I put them through a banner punch that's now expired, I believe. But I wanted to use the same sort of thing as they had in the catalogue. So what I'm going to do now is stick these in place. This works perfectly on this. So I'm going to put that one on first. Then I've got another one, and I'm going to put it on, but I'm going to bring it down a little bit so that it's not quite as high up as the other one. Like that. Okay, so that's the base of my card done. Now, to get on to the rest of it. And normally I'll lose all these things, so I've been very careful not to. But I want to show you something really cool with this when I get these all out. These were the dimensionals that came. I got this as a one of these as a gift, and these pretty dimensionals were in it and sort of muted tones. But let me get everything out that I need. If it will come. Ugh, there we go. Now, I've got some fairy vanilla. I have, these are the die cuts, and you can see that they're really pretty. Just take that little bit right there. So we've got that one, got this die cut, and we've got this die cut. Now I've done those in very vanilla, and in the other one, I have, quickly grab this again so that you can see, I've used the other side of these here, so you can see that the other side's a little bit different. So that's what I've used. So there they are there. So I've used this one. I think it is, or this one, yeah. And it's like a little pumpkin patch, isn't it cute? I love the way that they decorate places. When we were in the US a few years ago, at this time of year, I think it was, when we're traveling around, especially northeastern USA, and honestly, you go into a restaurant and they'd have all these really pretty decorations. I'm not saying ghoulish ones, just really pretty ones. And it was really lovely. And one thing I did bring over with me are my dimensionals. That was the one thing I didn't get. So maybe I'll scoot over and get those so I can use those. Might open a new packet as well. So I might have to look on the table. I'm very busy at the moment because we are going off to retreat in less than 2 weeks. And I've been getting things ready for that. So that's what I've been doing this week. So here are our mini dimensionals. I'm going to use that one. Pop those up there. And what I'm going to do is I've stamped Hello and Copper in the copper embossing powder on this here because I thought that toned in really well. These are the papers, some of the papers that I've used, and I've just die cut out, so it gives you that little bit of color. So let me start and put this together. So I'll put the dimensionals on this, and I do hope I brought my pick over. I don't think I did. That's okay, I'll just use my scissors. It'll be on the other table somewhere. Oh, I know I've got one. Yes, I do have one. Do have a pick right here in my trusty bag that I take with me everywhere. Just to show you, that's my stamp cleaner. In here is my Stampin' Up one. And I'll pull it out. Now I keep it in this because it's got a very sharp point. And I like to keep it in that when I'm not using it because I don't want to get stuck. Or I could use this one as well. That's another possibility. Okay, so all is not lost. Here we go. Let me stick a few of these around it. These are not hugely thick, so if you wanted them to sit up higher, you would stack two on top of each other. But they just give a little bit of dimension to your card. So I love this paper here too. That's another really pretty one. Let's take these off. For those that are joining me and haven't joined me for a while, you can see that I've changed my venue of where I record. I'm now recording in my craft room. So yeah, that might look a little bit different. So I'm going to stick this on the card right there. Here we go. Just like that. Now I've got all these little bits that I have die cut out. Some of them I've put Winter Stella on. So let's start and assemble this. Now the easiest way to do this is to get your glue dots because the pieces are quite small. So you can roll it up, place it on the piece and put it on. So I'm going to put that one on like that, and then I'll put another dot up the top that I'm going to roll into a little ball. There we go. It's my first one. Now I'm going to put, I think I'll put this one on next. And again, on this one, I'm going to put a couple of glue dots up the top. One there. I'm not so worried about the bottom of this because I'll show you in a minute why. So I've got those glue dots on that. And I'll pop that to the side there. And that one came off on my pick. Okay, so that's two on. I think the next thing I want to do is put this one on. And it's going to go across on top of that. So let's get that one sorted. The easiest way to do this card is to actually pre-cut everything first. And then it's easy just to put together. So that one's going to go on the sentiment like that. And you notice I haven't done anything down here yet. Now I'm going to add some of the little brown bits on it. And I seem to have misplaced one of the acorns. I'm not quite sure where that is gone. Maybe it's, this is one of the beautiful dyes that comes out of it, and I've used the brown foil that is in the catalogue for this. Isn't it gorgeous? Just love it. Okay, now I think I'll put this one on next. Roll that up a little bit. And you can stretch these little glue dots out if you want, and pop it on. So I'm going to put that like that, and I'll put one then rolled up in a little ball at the top. Okay, there we go. And then I've got another white one here. Which one will I use? I don't know whether to use that or this one. I'll actually use this one. It's the same one as that other one, but just let's put that and pop it on there. And pop it on here. Now I haven't put the bottom down yet, but now I'm going to get my dimensional or my glue dot, and I'm just going to put it in underneath all those stems to hold them in place. That way it won't move. And I think I want to put one in there. Okay, so that's my arrangement. I'm going to keep that little bit because I don't really need that. And the other thing is this is quite long, so you can cut it in two. It actually goes like that. And I just cut this little bit off, and you could put that on if you wanted to. Okay, now I have two of these lovely little acorns, and I can't see the other one at the moment, but that's okay. We'll put one on. I'll die cut another one out. Ah, there it is. So it's going to go on here just to add. So although it says it's brown foil, it has this copper look. So I'm just checking I haven't missed any. And it's also got a 3D, so it actually die cuts little grooves in the pine cone. I think I called it an acorn, but it's pine cone. Okay, so that's those on. And then I've got some of these gems, and I wanted to use various colors on it. So I'm going to use this one here, up here. No, I might put that one down there. And I might use a gold one up here. And maybe a dark, I don't know what color this is. It looks almost like it's black. Where should I put that? Down there. Actually, yeah, I'll put that one down there. Okay. And that's our card. Oh, I forgot one thing. My little bow. Okay. I know I had that ready and it's probably stuck to me somewhere, but that's okay. I've got my natural twine here. And what I did, and it's probably a good idea that I show you anyway, got some natural twine, and this one's like a creamy color. So what I did, I wanted to make a double bow, so I've just folded it in half like this. Okay, good practice on video. And I made two loops and put one inside the other. Fingers and thumbs here. I think that's through. This one hasn't gone through yet. Push that one through as well. Making it look harder than it really is. Okay. Now, so I've got that. I seem to have got an extra tail there. Probably because. Let me try that again. I wonder why I've got an extra tail. Oh, pardon me. Let's fix these bows, make them smaller. Just have to get the right one to make it smaller. And this side, it's one of these. There we go. So those are my two tails to make my double bow. I still want it to be a little smaller, so I'm going to make it a tiny little bit less up there. And I fiddle around with it until I get the right shape. Now, you can see that that's my bow. I've got my scissors here, and I'm just going to cut that off the end. Now, I'm going to put a glue dot on the back of this, and I'm placing that over the glue dots that I had done the bottom. So let's do that. Just put one there. So it's quite sticky, and that will go there. And that's our card finished. Isn't that nice? So it's an autumn type thing, or fall if you're in the US, but yeah, it's a really lovely card. Okay, now let me put that back in there, that out of the way. So that's card number one. Okay, The next one that I'm going to do is Lost Lagoon and Pretty Peacock. I think that's the one I'm going to do next. I've written a few down, so let me see. Oh, I'll quickly show you this one. This is the one that I had thought about doing in Night of Navy. It's one based on one by Kristen Hayes, and uses branching out. And what I did that was different to hers is she stamped hers, but I actually embossed mine in white and then added some sparkle to it. So, and then I just did them on this side as well. So that's one. That's the last one I want to do. And this one I did, and I just want to quickly show you, made myself a template like this, and a piece of white cardstock. Okay, I did this, the moon or the sun first, and then I did the other one. So I did two actually on this one. If I can find the other one, which is hiding. So I did that one, and I did another one that I did in very vanilla. So it's there, it is underneath. So this has a basic white back. This is very vanilla. I actually prefer the very vanilla, I think. And I use the Gathering Leaves embossing folder in that one. And use the nested dies as well. So that's just another one. I'll be putting those on my blog as well. Okay, the next one I'm going to do is this one. It's Lost Lagoon and Pretty Peacock. And you know, these are two gorgeous colors. And again, I went for vanilla, very vanilla. Okay, and I've done some die cutting, and I used a bit of pecan pie on it. So let's quickly put this together. Get all these little bits out. And I used some of the distress. If you've got scraps of gold, etc., use them because it's worth doing so. Okay, now inside, I'm going to put, let's leave those there. I'm just going to glue this in place. So that's done. 1, 2, 3. And then I'll decorate it afterwards. So that's that one. Okay, now what I've done is I've used the three of the nested dies from the branching out, and I've done them all in different colors. So you notice that this card here is got a Lost Lagoon base, and then I had Pretty Peacock, Lost Lagoon, and very vanilla. On this one, the piece that I had left over, these two pieces I used, and then I just did my very vanilla again. So they're going to go like that. So what I'm going to, very first thing I'm going to do is actually take this piece, and I am going to make it up first, I think. I think that's what I want to do. Okay, so here we've got all our little bits and pieces. Pull that out of the way so it's not in my way. I did all this die cutting because it's so much easier to do big batch die cutting and keep the die cuts for this. Now, I'm going to put, see, I've done one in Pretty Peacock. I've done one in Lost Lagoon. So I'm going to put those both on. Let me get my glue dots again. The glue dots are great for this. And I've got them here. It's just they work perfectly on these intricate pieces. They're not really intricate, but they don't have a lot of I guess floor space for you to put your dots on. So put that one on, I think up a little bit. There we go. And then I'm going to use this one, which is Lost Lagoon. Just take that little hole out and put a dot there. and put it up there. The little piece still wants to stick. I'm going to layer it down a little bit, okay? But one thing I should have done before I started, and I didn't, and I think, I'm not sure even if the stamp is over there or where it is, but let me check and see if it's in this, because I got them out in preparation. This is the stamps. This is the one I want. Okay. It's from Our Family to Yours. And what I did before I do anything else, I'll grab myself a book. Here we go. I have it my work table, and then I've got this one for doing my videos and so on. So I'm just going to turn that over. Okay, now I've got some Pretty Peacock ink, because the Pretty Peacock shows up really well in this cream. And even though, yeah, I just think it's a slightly better one to use. From Our Family to Yours, and I'm going to put that down there. There we go. So that's done. Now, let's finish putting this together. Okay. I've got a lovely piece of gold here, and I'm going to put it on. Just put a couple of glue dots on that one. Or the other thing that you could use if you wanted to is, fingers and thumbs here, is put a little bit of, I have one of these little cheap things I got out of a dollar shop, and I just put some multi-purpose glue in it, and then I just dot that up like that, and that will stick the whole thing down like so. See? Just trying to get it on my fingers. Okay, now the next one I want to use, I think I want to put this one down here. So let's put some glue on this one. You know, I'm not using, notice I'm not using dimensionals in these. Partly because the dimensionals are a little bit bigger. I'm going to put that like that. There we go. And you can use the end of your pick to just push it down. Okay. And I have one more little gold piece that I think I will tuck in up here. So let's do that. There we go. Get it over and done with like that. I'm going to put that in underneath like that. And I think this one is gold too, but I'm not going to use that one. Okay. Now I've got two really sweet. Let's put the lid on this. And I'll leave it upside down so that it always has glue on the top of it. It doesn't get jammed. So this is pecan pie, and I've cut two of the pine cones out of that. And I'm just going to pop one probably about there. And the other one, the wrong side of that. Yes, I do. I shall put over here. I shall tuck it in there like that. There we go. So, almost finished. And then I've got my little bow that I made earlier. And let's put a glue dot on that. I'm going to put that on here as well. Okay. Now, what I sometimes do, and I didn't do in this one, but I'll just show you something else I did. I got my blender pen in pecan pie, and I got my scissors. Use the ones. and I just tapped it like this. Takes it a minute or two for it to come. I'm hoping it will come. It's probably getting a bit dry. Or you could even go like this. But I really want it to come out. Let me use my ruler and see if that helps. Let's try the other side too, because that might work as well. Oh yes, I can see it starting to come now. There we go. You probably can't see it, but it's got some little splotches on it. They're very, very faint, but that's what the effect I want. And then I'm going to get my Wink of Stella, and I'm going to do the same thing. So let's do this one. Now, some of my Winks of Stella need to be refilled, which I usually can do. What I do is I take them apart. I have the glitter. I think I brought two over just in case that one didn't work, and sometimes they don't. Let's try this one. And I'm just gradually tapping that over the top. Perfect. Just what I want. Okay. So if I held it up, you probably might be able to see the sparkle. I don't know, but you can probably see the little brown pieces on it. So let's put this all together now. The easy bit. Okay. So what I'm going to do is put this one on top of that one. Get my stamping seal. And this will be my next layer. Just center it. And then this one's going to go on the top. Okay, like that. So let's put some stamping seal on this one. I love this card too. It's not in traditional, I suppose, Christmas colors, but it is very, very pretty. Now, I'm going to use some dimensionals on the back of this to place it on the card. So let's do that. And there. I want to make sure it stays on really well. So pop one there. So you can see I'm putting a couple on each side, up the top. And then I'm going to put two in the middle. There we go. And that's going to go on like this on the card. So let's take the backs off. There you go. Now this is the sort of card that you can use. It doesn't have any DSP really on it, just the stamps, the dies basically, and a stamp. So that's in place. And then I have in here, I have tons of these from the past, and they're called neutral matte dots. And there's a lovely pecan pie one in here. I thought I might use a couple of these on this. So let's get this out. They just fit this so well. One down there, and I'll put a third one on. I only put one in the other one, but I'll put the three on that. Okay. So you could change the color if you wanted to. This one came in vanilla, white, black, and pecan pie. Okay, so that is my card. Now inside I said I was going to do something. So I've got this. Just get my rusty glue again. And just put a little bit of glue on these, just enough to hold it in place. Just a few dots, one down the bottom. And I'm going to pop it on this side here. There we go. Pull my ruler out of the way. And if I wanted to, I could put this one on as well, which actually might be quite nice if I put that one on. Let's just change it up a bit. And the other one. So, pick it up. Just drop my pick on my knee. There we go. And I'm just making sure that those are stuck well. Okay, so that's the inside of my card. And that's the outside. It's a lovely card, isn't it? Just something special about that one. Okay, our last one today, I've done a bit of prep for this one because this is the one we're going to do next. And this one is a case from, let me turn over my page. It's a vellum card, and I can't remember who I cased it from. I remember, oh yes, Laurie Spendlove. Laurie Spendlove. Card, what was it called? Creative Juice by Laurie Spendlove. Now what I did was, she had used snowflake paper behind this, but I didn't have any, but I had heaps of vellum that I hadn't used. So what I've done is, I'm going to show you that bit first. I got a piece of vellum. Now the only trick with vellum is that when you stamp it, do not rub it. It takes quite a while to dry, okay? So don't rub it when you first stamp it, okay? And you can see that that has worked very well. And I'm going to add some more of the glitter to this, just to brighten it up a little bit. It's coming up hard on me. I'm tapping too hard, I think. And then I'm going to add a little bit on the pine cones as well. So I stamped this all. I did the branch first in pecan pie, and I did the pine leaves, and I did the pine cones. No, it's not pecan pie, it's early espresso. That's what I use. So now that's basically ready to go on my card. So let's do that. So to make my card base, I have this piece here, which is a piece of early espresso. And I've used the everyday arches, and I've cut an arch out, and then I've cut a piece in early espresso that actually fits across. Now this was some DSP from the Autumn 12, and I've put that on top, and you can see that's what's happening. But it's an interesting card because it opens up like this. My husband doesn't really like this, sorry. See, it opens up like that. I think that's pretty cool. So I've got a card cover here. Now I haven't done any stamping on this at the moment, but this is going to go, when you put it together, you stick it so that these two are to the outside, okay? So what I might do is, oh gosh, should I do that? Do I have time to do that? Maybe. It's only early espresso and shaded spruce, I think it was I use. Espresso. Shaded spruce. That's what I'm going to use anyway. And I need a bigger block. True. This one will go. As I kick something. I think I'm still alive. Okay. So, and this one's probably not going to be quite big enough, but we'll see. Let's have, I just wanted to show you that what I did on this. So I've got my branch, and I'm just going to pop it like that. and put some early espresso on it. To tone it and to sort of complement the outside of it as well. So I'm just going to put it up here at the top on this one. Seems like a strange place to put it. Okay, and I'll clean that off for now. Clean my chamois this week because it was really disgusting. So there we go. Pull that one off. Put it back away, and then I'm going to do the pine needles next. So there are two, one with 4 and one with 3. So I'm going to use the 3 one, and I shall just pop that there. I don't think it might fit on this one actually. Let's see. Yes, it does. That's perfect. Yeah, I'll put it on this one, and I'm going to close that. And I did use, what did I use color-wise? Early espresso, shaded spruce. Yes, it was shaded spruce. So let me find my shaded spruce that I just brought across the table. It has gone whoopies. Here it is. And I'm going to, there we go. Need on my strength today. Okay. Now, when you do it, notice that it's got three stems here, and I'm just going to line these up like that. That didn't do very well, did it? Let's put this underneath it. That's what I should have done. I'm going to try again. See how I go. There we go. I still didn't want to stamp that one. There we go. That's better. And it doesn't matter that it's sort of like there's a little bit of a double image there. And I'm going to do the same in this one. And excuse me if my head gets in the way. There we go. That's it. And I could put hello on it. I'm going to pop that one over there. What I did was I did the pine cones and the hello in, let's just pop that on that block. There's my hello gone. There it is. And the little pine cone. There are actually 2 of those, but I only want to use one right now. So let's do that one first. The thing is that I do shaded spruce really goes all over me when I use it. So let's put pine cone there, pine cone there. I'm going to put one there, and I might put one here, and I might do a 5th one down here. There we go. Okay. Now, oh, I need that for a second. Let's pop that one on the other one. See my lovely fingers? And I'm going to do my hello next. Where I put it, I set it right here. Let's close this one because I'm scared that I might get more ink on me. Get it off my fingers. And hello. And I'm just going to put that underneath there. Okay, now to put the card together, and this is the quick bit. Okay, so we've got this, and what I'm going to do is on the other side of that, and I just want to wipe this ink off my hand so I don't get it on the pretty card. Stop. This is cloud cover. What I'm going to do is on the side that I've stamped, which is this side, just have to make sure I come up high enough. put some tape on it. Then I'm going to get my card base, and I'm going to put this on. So I'm going to put it with that side down. Normally, you could do it the other way if you wanted to as well. You could put the two spines together, but I wanted it like that, okay? So you've got lots of room to write on. Now, let's finish the front of the card. I've got this piece here and that. So what I'm going to do is get some glue dots for this, because, or actually maybe just a few dots. No, I'll get some glue dots for this, because sometimes they show through vellum, but if you put them where they're stamping, they won't show through. There we go, sticking to me. This will be my last card today. One there, one there. Oops. One up there. And then I'm just going to put one on top of the dot on each side, just to make sure that that all sticks. So you can see that it's got polka dots on it. And I'm just popping that there, and one there. Now you won't see those on the other side when I put it on this. So it's just a little bit smaller. I think it is 13.8 by 9.5 centimeters. And I'm going to place that on there. And that's the front of my card. So you've got this, and then I've got a little sentiment just down here that I've pre-cut, and it says, "Thinking of you brings joy to my heart." And I'm only going to put it on the front. So what I want to do is, you can see I've done it a couple of times. I think, what did I do with the other one? I just put it on with glue dots, I think. I think that's what I put it on with. Yep, glue dots. Use of glue dots today. So it's going to go on like that. So I want to put one up in that corner. One down there. One over there. And I'm not putting any up here at all. I'll show you why in a second. So I'll put them on the bottom. And then I'm going to place this on the front of the card like that, so that when I open it up, now you'll notice that I should have got another piece that didn't have that on it, but I can fix that up later so that you can't see it on the other side. But that's how it would go together. Okay, so now let's put that one. So let me show you my three cards, and then I'll tell you about my offer. So I've got this one, this one, and this one. I love these. I actually usually love white cards, but I really like these three. So I started an offer last week, so that if you want to order these, you will see on the Timeout Tuesday offer. I'll give you a PDF of the instructions and the pre-cut cardstock to make 2 copies of every card that I make today of the 3, okay? And the stamps and the ink are not included, so you'd have to buy your own branching out. If you order the branching out stamp set and dies, you can get the cards free, and then you can make them for yourself as well. If the order is over $80, you have to do this through my website, as you can see down there at the bottom. So you have to email me and let me know. I had someone who did something similar from last week, and she ended up ordering from me, and we've got a face-to-face class this Friday night, and she has it free because she ordered. So for $40, you get it free if you've ordered over $40 worth. If you've ordered over 80, you'll also get another free gift. An order over 120, you'll get some DSP, ribbon and embellishments as well. Otherwise, including postage, it's $35. Okay, so email me at the one at the bottom, and you'll see that the offer expires next Monday. So I will be cutting those out next Monday if I've got any takers for them, and otherwise, yeah, you just have to watch the video again. So that's it for today. I hope you've enjoyed this video with branching out, and I hope you enjoy these, looking at these lovely cards. Just something very, very different today. And I'm starting to work on next week's. This week, I'm going to actually do two weeks, this week and the following week. This week, because I'm going to be at home a lot, and I just thought it's a perfect opportunity for me to get a little bit ahead. So, and I will do a blog on this one here, and I just used a circle punched for that. And the other one, I love this card. It's probably one of my favorites, and it uses the wreath embossing folder, and it's just got some pine cones down the bottom. So I think that's just such a pretty card. So yeah, so I'll be doing a blog on both of those. Anyway, that's our time up today, and I hope you've enjoyed it. And my phone's got hidden underneath all of this, so let's go. So I will see you next week, and gosh, we'll be into the 21st of October. 21st? Yep, it will be indeed. And my screen is